Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today it is Tears Day, the 22nd day of the month of Julius, and it is what is it? Oh my gosh, the moon, I think it's like it's waning crescent at this point. Checking. Oh yeah, it's like really waning crescent. We are almost at the new moon. It's really exciting. Like new moon is like the 24th. So it's like little Cheshire cat grin in the sky. So this message is for whenever you find this video, and for whoever this message is for when you find this video. I'm using the Elder Futhark on Birch. So let's get some runes down and see what the message is that needs to come through today. Doopy-doo. So we had the Signs and Seers event on Sunday, and it was lots of fun. And it was fun to see everybody, and so did lots of readings. I was so tired afterwards, but it was worth it. It's always so much fun. It's always just like a wonderful time. So I'll let you know when the next one is as well. They do them 4 times a year. Get out there and do some readings. Okay, let me just actually get this a little better angled so you can get the whole thing. Okay, so the message that wants to come through today, for whoever this message is for, our central issue is Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of the torch or the fire. It has to do with expansion. When it's upright, it has to do with expansion, opening out. When it's like something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but when it's reversed, it's a honing of focus. It's basically, yeah, you're really either, I'm actually going to read this a couple of ways. First of all, there is a sense of a honing of focus. You're trying to eliminate distractions, but at the same time, there is a limiting of focus happening where you're doing it on purpose, but you're also doing it because you can't not do it at this point. You have to do it. So maybe things, you have to tune out the distractions. You have to, really economize your focus at this point for what you're doing. Leading up to this, it was just journey so far. It was basically you're going along on your journey. We have Raido, which is the journey rune. It's riding, so it's the directed journey. It's not like you're getting on something with a track. You're actually, helping. You're directing your journey. Avaz is always implied with Raido, and Avaz is, of course, the horse. The horse is movement and also spirit. So letting your spirit carry you, but you are doing a lot of directing in this. I guess that's the difference, is because Avaz is the horse is in charge, whereas Raido is you're in charge, but you're still riding the horse to a certain extent. So you're feeling that. You're feeling spirit. But up until this point, and now you're at a point where you are really, really honing focus. And I think what the goal is, because I see this as the final rune, and I'm going to do the spoiler reading of this, like spoilers, we're already there. On the path line, we are going from the journey as usual to a real honing of focus to connecting with your true nature, letting that bloom. So, Hagalaz, the hailstorm nature. So that's really interesting. And so that's either, that plus you'll be able to actually go into situations where things are a lot more out of your control and chaotic, because you too will be in touch with the force of nature that you are. So what's going to help you at this moment, which is the honing of focus part? We have Tivaz first and we have Ingvaz. So these are very similar in terms of yang energy. So we have Tivaz reversed, which is what's going to help you first. So make sure that you're taking care of the duties and responsibilities that you have to yourself. And also, this is not the time to gallop wildly on your quest and outwardly. And this is also a situation where you're going to you're surrendering to the process. You're not surrendering to everything, but you're surrendering to the process of what you're doing, which is the really strong focus. So definitely you need to take care of what needs to be taken care of for yourself. This is, you're doing all the duties and responsibilities for everybody, but this is the time where you need to turn that inward and start working on things that you need to have taken care of, and the duties that you have to yourself, and taking care of what needs to be taken care of for yourself, because it's pointed at you. So it's basically that. But also, surrendering to the process, not fighting the process that you're doing where you're focusing so hard on this. What is going to help with that is that you are actually taking things in hand. And this is sort of an extension of where you were directing your journey. You were definitely feeling your spirit and you're letting your spirit carry you, but you're directing. And this is all very much about that. So you're taking care of things that need to be taken care of for yourself. But then we get Ingvaz, which is active creation. It's Ing's rune, another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. So I read this as active creation. It's another yang. And and it doesn't have a reversal. So it's basically you taking things in hand and shaping things the way that you want them to be. So it's really come into a like crunch time where you're actually really working on this. You've come to this point where you have a lot to work with, and now you're shaping it. You're really, really working on shaping it and honing it and getting that journey really, really down to the deep details so that you can emerge stronger than you've ever been and more you than you've ever been and more comfortable with being you than you've ever been. Now, what isn't going to help is we have Algiz reversed and we have Othala reversed. And these are really just worries about what you're about to emerge as. So Algiz reversed is, Algiz is the rune of the elk. It's the moose, basically. And yeah, it's a different animal. It's the same animal I'm in Canada. So I know that over in Scandinavia and Europe, we have, the same animal is called an elk, but it's called the moose here. The animal that we call an elk in North America is actually the wapiti, which is quite interesting. But anyway, moose. And so this has to do with protection and support. It's reversed on the lower line. So it's worries about standing alone. It's worries about standing up and becoming like who you are, supporting yourself. And that you may also worry, honestly, that because this is you and you're doing this is something where you're a bit worried that you won't have the support outwardly that you would like. Very likely you will, but it's really a worry about that. It's like we've reached the point where you can no longer put this off and you're doing this now. And so now it's the worries of like, what if I do this and I don't feel like I have any support? But you're supporting yourself. And this is why, to help with this, the upper line is always the antidote to the lower line. This is why one of the most important things that you're doing to help yourself at this point is taking care of yourself, making sure that you are tending to the duties and responsibilities that you have to yourself and taking care of the things that no longer, I'm going to get to that, taking care of the things that you need to take care of. What also isn't going to help even more, what's behind that is that ultimately the main worry is that you're going to be moving outside of your comfort zone in this. You're letting go of things that no longer serve you. And you are actively finding a home within that you can carry with you. But mostly I'm seeing this as it's going to be all about stepping outside of the comfort zone. And that's worrying. Nobody likes to do that. Nobody. But this is basically until the new is your new comfort zone, it's going to be frightening. It's going to be unnerving. And so if you let that, it will drag you down. If you let, the fact that I'm going to have to do this and it's going to be me very much exposed and myself. And it's also, I'm not used to this. It's going to be stepping outside of my comfort zone. But again, this is another reason why you are taking everything that you have to hand and shaping what you need around you. Because this is going to be you constructing your new comfort zone once you step into this, your true nature, once you step past this point. So that's very exciting. So yes, once again, what may drag you down is just worries about, how exposed you may be, how little support you might have. But you are supporting yourself and also stepping outside of your comfort zone. You are letting go of things that no longer serve you. And it's always uncomfortable to do that kind of thing. So this is always the antidote. Bring yourself back up to where you are taking care of the things you need to take care of. And you are setting things up now so that you will have, the foundation and the scaffolding of comfort zone once you get here, which is Hagalaz, which is hailstorm. I often read this as chaos and things that are out of your control, but given the path and given what's helping and not helping, I really see this as stepping into your true nature because you've taken this, you really honed this at this point. And when you emerge from this deep honing and deep focus, you're going to be more of the force of nature than you've ever been before. And it's going to be more you than you've ever been before. And you're going to come out and be like just a force. So that is your reading. That is the message that needed to, that is the message that needed to come through today. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.